the 2017 Dodge Journey. If you're in the market for a crossover with a lot of personality that's also an awful lot of fun to drive, this is not for you. But on the other hand, if you need an affordable family crossover, then I think there is a lot to like here. I'm Jay and welcome to CarBuzz Unboxing Reviews. And yeah, I have the Dodge Journey for you today. And this is actually a vehicle I've been wanting to do for a little while because I see them everywhere and I just know it's been very, very popular. And I also want to thank DGDG.com for letting us come on down and film today. So I want to give you a little bit of brief history about the Dodge Journey. It's a 2 or 3 row midsize crossover that first launched for, believe it or not, 2009, and it still looks literally the same from the outside, but the interior has been extensively updated. Now, you got to remember, the Dodge Journey first came out before the Fiat Chrysler days. It was when Dodge was literally at its lowest point in its interior. At the time, it was so cheap, a Tonka truck toy had better quality plastic than a Dodge Journey interior. I'm not joking. And if anyone who has been in like 2009, 2010 Dodge Journey will understand exactly what it is I'm talking about. But let's start up this engine here and I'll get back to you in just a moment. Alrighty, so that was the 3.6 liter naturally aspirated V6 with a total of 283 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. It's paired to a 6-speed automatic. Now, that's actually the optional engine. You can also get all-wheel drive as an option too. That actually costs an extra $3,500 for all-wheel drive. Otherwise, this is a front-wheel drive vehicle. Now, the base engine is a 2.4 liter inline-4 with only 173 horsepower and 166 pound-feet of torque, and that's paired to a 4-speed automatic. Now, to get the upgraded engine, it costs an extra $1,700. Pay the extra $1,700. It is well worth it. Now, our particular 2017 Journey here, it is the Crossroad Plus trim level. There's several trims, the base SE, then you have the SXT Crossroad Plus, which is this one here, and the top of the line GT. Now from the outside, I like the color. It's what they described as billet silver. The Journey comes with standard 19-inch wheels, wearing all-season tires. You get a gloss black grille, black tail lamp bezels. What I also like is the platinum chrome trim roof rails and side sills and the front and rear fascia accents. So yeah, I dig the chrome. It looks pretty good. Now, this one is also equipped with what they call the Customer Preferred Package 28V for an extra $1,200. That gives you 19-inch hyper black aluminum wheels, the Crossroad Equipment Group with leather seats inside, with sport mesh inserts, premium door trim panel with stitching. And, you know, considering this design goes back to 2009, it looks okay. You have to remember something about the Dodge Journey. You're not buying this if you love driving. You're getting it because you want an affordable family crossover. In fact, Dodge claims that the Journey is the most affordable 3-row V6 all-wheel drive crossover on the market. That makes sense considering it's built on the same platform as, get this, the old Jeep Compass and Jeep Patriot, Dodge Caliber, and Dodge Avenger. Yeah, that platform, it is that old. But the extra chrome on the exterior, along the side sills, and as you see on the front bumper as well, it does add a bit of maybe sportiness to it. It certainly gives it an updated look. But still, this is relatively the same Dodge Journey that we've had for a number of years, at least from the outside. Now, this engine was just given to the Journey just a couple of years ago, and this is Fiat Chrysler's Pentastar V6. It's the same naturally aspirated V6 you can find in the base Dodge Challenger and Charger, for an example. So it's a good engine. Performance 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 7.7 seconds. Top speed is electronically limited to 118 miles per hour. You're not going to go that fast. It's a Dodge Journey. Fuel economy 17 miles per gallon in the city, 25 on the highway, and a combined 19. Vehicle weighs around 4,300 pounds. All right, so let's step inside here and take a look what we got. there's a lot of nice standard features that you get in the Journey, but this one has quite a few options. You get a standard 4.3-inch touchscreen with voice command and Bluetooth. There's also, in this particular trim, a standard leather-wrapped steering wheel and shift knob. There's a lot of good storage as well throughout. The second row in-floor storage bins. The second row folds 40-60-40 split folding. The third row folds 50-50. So, yeah, there's just a lot of space that you can take advantage of inside. Now, this particular one, it's actually equipped with leather trim bucket seats with heated steering wheel and front seats for an extra $995. Now, this one also has the optional 8.4-inch Uconnect touchscreen display. You'll see that in a moment. Tri-Zone automatic climate control, which that's really nice. Tri-Zone automatic climate control. Some German-built SUVs don't even come with that standard these days, which it should, especially if it's available on the Dodge Journey. A few other things that you get extra in this are sun visors with illuminated mirrors, light gray accent stitching, power 6-way driver seat with 4-way lumbar, front passenger seat fold flat. That's kind of nice. Also, there's a passenger in-seat cushion storage as well as passenger assist handles and front and rear LED lamps and an overhead console. So the overall dash design here, it's not offensive, it's nothing fancy schmancy, but it does the job, and like I said, it is worlds better than the 2009, 2010, I believe also 2011 Dodge Journey interior. It was just cheap plastic throughout. It was just an ultimate low point in Dodge's decades-long existence. So I gotta hand it to Dodge for doing pretty much the best they could with a given platform and design and dimensions to give it this interior with a plenty of soft touch plastics. And this is that 8.4-inch Uconnect infotainment system. Now, Uconnect, as I've said many times, I think it is the best, seriously, the best infotainment system on the market. It is super easy to use and figure out. None of that stupid rebooting goes on, and it's very nice to see it being offered in a slightly upgraded package in the Journey as well. Again, I think it's another example of a lot of value for the money here. And this is the front seat part of that Tri-Zone automatic climate control. Now, this particular one, or Journey rather, is also equipped with the all-weather group by Mopar for an extra $350. And I think that's a pretty good buy because you get specific Mopar cargo tray, door sill guards, slush mats, and splash guards. So if you live in wintry weather conditions through at least for part of the year, that will definitely come in handy. All right, so let's talk about some safety here. First off, it received a 4-star out of 5 overall for the U.S. government crash test rating. It's got advanced multi-stage front airbags, side curtain airbags, and all rows, front seat mount and side airbags, active head restraints, and touring suspension, ABS 4-wheel disc brakes, traction control, and electronic stability control, and a tire pressure monitoring system. Now, this one is also equipped with the driver convenience group for an extra $595. In my opinion, also very well worth it. That gets you a park view rear backup camera, a rear park assist system, and a universal garage door opener for what the latter is worth. And here you have just a small screen for the driver's information. Again, tire pressure monitoring system right there. It's not the biggest information screen out there, but I do like the LCD part of it. I definitely think the quality, meaning the screen quality, is very nice, despite it being a small size. And just looking at the Journey from the front and the rear, yeah, it looks old, but that's okay. One of the reasons why is pricing. Okay, the base price for the base trim SE is only $21,145. That's really good. Now, our Crossroad Plus, again, it's the second highest trim level. It begins at $26,445, but with all the options I've been mentioning and features, plus a $1,095 destination fee, grand total for this, it's still a very reasonable $32,380, and $33,000 is exactly the average price U.S. consumers are spending on cars these days. So it's just right below it. But if you go for a fully top-of-the-line Journey with the GT model, it can easily top off at around 40 grand, especially when you equip it with the all-wheel drive. Now take a look here with the second row seating. There's just not a lot of space. And there's really nothing you can do about it. But this is nice. You have these storage bins right in the floor there. That really comes in handy for a lot of people, I believe. Now, there's something else you need to know. With the base trim SE Journey, you don't get the third row. It's only 2 rows there, but I suggest spending a little bit more, not much, and get that third row, because, again, it can also fold flat. And then cargo space here, you have 10.7 cubic feet behind the third row, 37 cubic feet with the third row folded flat, and a total of 67.6 cubic feet with the second and third rows completely folded flat. So that's actually pretty good for the midsize crossover segment here. All right, so how does it drive? It's pretty boring. I'm just being completely honest with you here. The Journey, it's not about really driving enjoyment, but rather just getting somewhere with all the kids in tow and all your stuff packed in. That's it. And for many people, that's just fine. You really have to understand not everyone is a driving enthusiast such as myself, and people are just looking for something affordable that will meet all their needs and demands. And I think the Dodge Journey will, or actually continues to do that. For an example, Dodge sold 105,000 Journeys in 2015. And I believe that number is still staying pretty solid here. All right, so what's some of the competition? Immediately off the bat, you have the Ford Edge, the Kia Sorento, the Hyundai Santa Fe Sport, and the Nissan Murano. Now, all those start off at around close to the $30,000 mark. And for an example, the Hyundai Santa Fe Sport, that can easily go up to about 40 grand. Same thing with the Ford Edge as well. And compared to this one right here, just over $32,000. That's not bad. All right, so what do I like here? Well, it's a very good V6 engine. I really got to say, there's a reason why Dodge puts this 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 in the base Charger and Challenger. Now, I also like the fact that there's a nice amount of features for the money, and it's fairly priced, unlike so many other crossovers that, in my opinion, are just getting ridiculously expensive. Now, what don't I like? Well, the transmission, that 6-speed automatic, it isn't very good, and the fuel economy, again, 17 miles per gallon in the city, 25 on the highway, just isn't very good by today's standards. And as you can see, the second and third row seats just aren't particularly roomy. And yet, despite all that, I think it's best to think of the Dodge Journey as sort of like just a taller station wagon. It does the job, and as far as I know, Dodge is going to be sticking with it for the next couple of years because, again, it's selling and it's making them money, and business is business. So yes, there are more modern and fancier and more expensive midsize crossovers out there, but in my opinion, the Dodge Journey is still one hell of a good bargain. But I'm out of time for today. Thanks for watching, anyone. Any more questions for me, just leave them in the comments section below, and be sure to check out my next unboxing review. I'll see you next time.